Hello, CD Bestie, aka Dayglow. Check out my interview on creativedisc.com, the #1 music website in Indonesia.
Hello, CD lovers. Welcome back to another Creative Disc exclusive interview with me, Luthfi. And today we are gonna talking with a musician that get viral with "Can I Call You Tonight" with who sell 5,000 copies. Wait. This is my first introduction when I first introduction him. So let me check the new one. Got it. So hello, CD Bestie. Welcome back to another Creative Disc exclusive interview with me, Luthfi. And my guest today is an indie pop musician who loves 80s vibe. And I already interviewed him 372 days ago when he released his second album called Harmony House. And here I am again interviewing him today with his new project called People in Motion. So once again, this is So Unstable, aka Dayglow.
Hello.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like,
Yes.
how are you today right now?
Oh, I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing really good. I'm excited to do another interview.
Oh, this like where are you? Where are you right now? Still in Texas or like in touring right now?
I am in Texas. Yeah, I'm home right now in Austin. So I'm in my home studio.
Oh, it's kind of different when you shoot your studio last year.
Yeah. I think I was in a different maybe a different room.
Oh wow, you've many studio in your house.
Yeah. I just moved it from that room to this room.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So it's been 1 year since I interview you in 372 days ago in August 2021. So what's the difference between August 2021 and August 22?
Oh man, I mean, I guess a lot of things are different. Man, I don't know. I mean, I've toured a lot more. I've gotten to play a lot more shows. Yeah, I mean, things are good. Things are happening, and I'm happy to be here. That's for sure.
Okay, so let's talk about your new single called "Then It All Goes Away." So tell me more about it.
Yeah, I remember. So I just got back from a tour in Europe, and I wanted to make a song that felt like the perfect Dayglow song to be played live. I felt like there was kind of a little gap in the show that I was playing.
Oh, wow.
That song like "Then It All Goes Away" could be put in. And so yeah, I came home and like really naturally quickly made the song. Like I kind of finished it in like definitely a week, but I felt like a day. Like I just made it in one day essentially. So happened really naturally.
Wow, the process is so fast when making this track.
Definitely. Yeah, it
Ooh.
happened really quick.
So then you've turned into indie pop again, just like your first album in Then It All Goes Away. And I guess, well, when I first hear this single, I kind of like shocked because in Harmony House you've played 80s, and right now you've played indie pop like your Fuzzy Brain album. Like how's like this is different than your previous album. So any vision about it? Any thought about it?
Yeah, I mean, I want all my albums to feel special, and I want every album that I make to feel like it's its own world. And so I think with People in Motion, there's definitely going to be aspects of Harmony House. There's definitely going to be aspects of Fuzzy Brain. But I think when the whole album is out, it'll definitely feel like its own thing. Like it's a pretty unique attempt forward to make more like pop focused dance music.
Let's talk more about what's inside of People in Motion later. But I just watched your newest video, Then It All Goes Away, and you seems like young Elton John.
I've heard comments about that. Yeah.
Oh,
I
not me, not me.
yeah,
Really?
no, I saw people make comments about that. Yeah, I mean, I love Elton John. It wasn't like intentional.
Oh,
I definitely like I'm a fan of Elton John, but I didn't think about that when I made the video. Yeah, so kind of cool.
because, because when I see that, like, oh my god, this is Elton John when he young, like, whoa.
I see the resemblance. I really do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, on your second album, that I still remember your second album said that Harmony House will be like a concept album that revolve around a Fox 80s sitcom, and People in Motion. You want to make a combination of Fuzzy Brain and Harmony House. So, what's the difference? What's the big difference? Between your first album and your second album?
Between the first two, I would say Fuzzy Brain, I definitely didn't have any sort of aspect of who I was talking to as an audience. Like I was just making music for myself, which I'm always doing. But by the time Harmony House had come out, I had fans and like I had people waiting for an album. And so that kind of changed my perspective on the story that I was going to tell and how I was going to tell it. And so Harmony House definitely is talking about one thing, where Fuzzy Brain was just like a bunch of songs. And People in Motion's kind of like that too. But it definitely has an aesthetic in my mind, like a very cohesive aesthetic.
And I think it's like aesthetic is like kind of like the nuance of it, because the cover art of your third album is like, it's so aesthetic, it's so artsy, I think, rather than your first album and second album. Like your artwork is like a
Definitely.
big cube.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot more ambitious of an album as an artist and a musician. Like I think on this album, it feels personal for sure. Like it's obviously still me making the music, and I'm not trying to build a barrier between me and my audience at all. But I think it's more of a spectacle to look at this album versus Harmony House and Fuzzy Brain. I think both of those kind of feel more like a teenager made them, where this one feels more like grown up a little bit.
What's the difference when you are making music on pre-Fuzzy Brain era and the People in Motion era? What's the difference?
Essentially there is no difference by means of process. Like I'm still in a bedroom that I call a studio, and I'm still making all the music myself. I guess I have more knowledge and experience, which changes everything. But I'm still sitting in front of a computer by myself making the albums. So.
But you say that before that you're always learning in your first album and your second album. So what's the learning curve on your third album? Like what's the lesson learned when you're making People in Motion?
I think the songs are just a lot more well-rounded from a songwriting aspect. Like I think they're really well, like, I don't know how I'd word this, like we're just really well modulated. Like I think it's not repetitive by any sense, but it is dance music. And so that was my challenge, to like make really danceable music that feels like it still is evolving and has, lots of different musical moments. So yeah, this album, I was just really, really focused on the musical aspect of it, which sounds funny because like that's what an album is. But I think it will be clear once people hear it that it's like I was really focused while making it.
Wow. But how can you be so focused? You've already toured before. In February you've done tour in Australia to do Harmony House tour, and I kind of shocked that in October you already you will release a new album. It's so fast. And when I heard Dayglow releasing new song, like what kind of month is this? May? Wow, it's so fast. How can you be so focused in this in when you're making this
Yeah.
album, because it's so fast.
I don't know. I mean, you saying that, I realize it does sound crazy. I don't know. I mean,
Really?
it's just what I love to do. Like, I immediately come home and make music. Like,
Wow.
such a strange cycle
Mm.
because like I really truly love making music. And that's, I
Wow.
think, something I've found to be kind of strange because a lot of people say that, but they don't mean it. Like they actually don't love making music, you know?
Mm.
And it's not like a thing that I'm like saying I'm better than anybody by any means, you know, like that's not what I'm trying to get at here. But I think I just blow myself away sometimes that I cannot stop. Like I really can't. It's kind of like a curse in a way. Like I can't do anything else. Like I come home from a tour and like I'll be jet lagged and have no sleep. And instead of taking a nap, I like have to make music. It's so weird.
Wow, it's so weird because it's been so fast. So when, like, I've already checked your last tour is like February, and on May or in June, I guess I didn't I have a hazy memories. You've already released new single and you want to release your new album. It's so fast, but how can, like, balancing the life as Slow and Stable and a musician as a Dayglow, how can you balance it?
Good question. I mean, I'm always trying to figure that out. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh.
I guess they're an interchangeable thing. Like
Mm.
I'm really
Mm.
driven and I'm really ambitious and I love
Mm.
playing music and I really think it's my purpose, like to make music and play these shows. And it's just so rewarding getting to play happy music for people, as simple as that sounds. Like providing an experience for people to come together
Mm.
and be joyous is amazing, and it really doesn't get old. And um, I don't know. I mean, I guess I am just really grateful for what I get to do, and I guess one day I'll take a break, but it doesn't seem like it's happening soon. Yeah.
But what's do you have any, like, any thought, maybe like what kind of the things that you want, that if you're on the break mode, like what kind of the things that you want to do?
Oh man, I love going on vacation.
Oh,
That's for
wow.
sure. I love going to the beach.
Ooh.
I love sitting at the beach.
Mm.
Um, I love eating good food. Like
Mm.
I love eating good food with my friends,
Mm.
which is honestly an amazing thing because on tour, my bandmates are my best friends.
Ooh.
Um, and so we get to eat good food together all the time. So that's really fun. Can be dangerous, you know, depending on what we're eating, but
Yes.
yeah, we're usually trying to be healthy with what we eat.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. I like to just like relax. When I'm relaxing, I'm like I'm all the way out. I'm like sitting in the sauna or like, you know, just walking slow.
Mm.
When I vacation, I'm like I'm out, you know, turn my phone off and everything. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your playlist. I just digging your playlist on Spotify, your influence. Like, it's a huge difference, when you said you're evolving as a musician. I think it's kind of like it reflects on your playlist. Like when you're making Fuzzy Brain, you've a lot heard so many indie rock, and right now in like your Harmony House, like in the People in Motion, I think it's like you've put so many obscure 80s records, including one of my favorite, not so obscure, but All Right by Christopher Cross. It's my favorite too. Like, oh my god, when I check your newest influence, like, oh my god, this is so new and this is so old. It's like kind of
Yeah.
evolving.
Yeah, no, it's true. That's the weird thing about the internet, you know? Everything's new.
So, and I found Haruomi Hosono and Yellow Magic Orchestra in there. And I like Yellow Magic Orchestra. I'm really big
Mm,
fans.
that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I love it too.
Like, what's your first, well, like what's the thing that you like on Yellow Magic Orchestra?
It's actually really interesting. So I didn't realize until I mean, pretty recently that it's actually mostly one guy. So his name is Jeff Lynne, and he's kind of like one of the first like one man producer slash songwriter people. And his music sounds so large. You would assume it's like a collective of people, but it's mostly one person. So that inspires me as a solo artist to make big fun music. But yeah, it's just like mind-blowing to listen to. It's so creative.
So okay, mention 5 things that you like the most. Like it can be a movie or TV or album or food or anything. Mention the 5 things that you like the most.
5 things that I like.
Yes.
Let's see. I like hanging out with my friends. I like hanging out with my wife, who is also one of my friends. I have a dog, so I like hanging out with my dog. I like eating good food. Let's see. I guess there's one more thing.
Yes, your favorite album of all time.
Favorite album of all time? Man. Jeez. People in Motion by Dayglow, coming out October 7th.
It's cheating. Yeah. It's cheating, man. It's cheating.
Yeah.
But it's all right. So this is a very, very, very last question. Mention one word when we describe about people in motion. Just one word.
Fun.
Oh, really?
I think it's a fun album. Yeah.
Okay. So Dayglow, once again, thank you so much for this interview. It's really appreciate to talk to you again. And I think it's so midnight in Texas right now.
It's getting late. Yeah. I think it's like about 10 o'clock.
Oh my God. You should have a good sleep. And I mean good sleep. And don't making music after this, I know, because
I know.
Yeah. You already like I want to make music. No. Just
I know. I need to go to bed.
Yes. Just do good rest. So we let Dayglow do the rest of all day in there. So we wrap up this interview. Thank you so much, Sloan, for this interview.
Yeah, thank you.